Hi, I'm Jason Craze from SpeakerCraft, and I'm the Director of Engineering in charge of the new Nirv product. And what we have with Nirv is a very unique audio-video distribution system that also does full house control, and it's very modular and based on an Ethernet technology. We've taken our own proprietary network, though, and allowed us to get rid of TCP/IP and some of the hassles with devices that sometimes miraculously show up and don't show up on the network, and generate straight to the MAC layer. So we have a very robust system that only relies on you having to hook it up one time. It all starts at the heart with our MSC, or Master System Controller. And the Master System Controller gives you your first 16-port switch that allows you to connect up to 64 devices. You can hang up to 4 devices off of any individual port. It gives you a gigabit network switch that allows you to hook up more 16-port switches. So you can see how the system gets very large very quickly. One controller will handle up to 255 zones and 255 sources of any type. Also on the Master System Controller are various automation interfaces from RS-232 to home LAN, so you can control things via IP, and also standard input and output relay control for things like loop detectors in driveways and gates and doors. We have a fully integrated intercom and paging system on the Nirv system, so if you needed to answer the door from your theater, you can simply answer it and open the gate when it's a UPS guy. One of the real benefits of Nirv is its modular capability. Everything beyond the Master System Controller is simply added by adding another box. So you have, in this case, a video input device. This would take any video source. You can plug it in any video input style, from HDMI at 1080p, 30 frames a second, all the way back down to composite if you still have a legacy source. You have any combination of digital audio inputs as well as analog, and we strip the HDMI audio off at the box and allow for processing in there of the DTS and Dolby decoding of up to 7.1 channels of uncompressed PCM audio around the network. What this really is amazing is that it allows you to have a home theater in any zone simply by plugging a source in. There's no need for a home theater processor of any type. We also offer full RS-232 and IR control at every input, whether it be audio or video. So you have all of the metadata control and your transport control and everything all in one box. There's no need for any other parts. We have various modes of control, the most unique being the wand. It's our RF remote, and it works in league with the set-top controller at every television so that you can wind up logging in. You'll see here that I have the ability to log in as multiple users on the system. If I have a password, I simply enter my PIN. And then I'm presented with the user interface that now is coded to me. So it only shows me the sources that I have assigned to Jason in this case. Individual users can each have their own sources available, or they can have access to the entire system. All of the functions are separated into 4 categories of listen, watch, control, and page. Everything the system is done on those 4 menu headings. So the nice thing is that we've broken complete house control of audio, video, all your entertainment, and your home automation into a simple function a la an iPod. So everything you do falls under the same exact menus. Whether I go from an audio source or a video source, once I select, down at the bottom of the screen, I'm presented with the available sources. If I were to go up and select control, I would be presented on the bottom with things like lighting and HVAC. So the menu is always the same to everyone, no matter what it is you're trying to do in the home. I have direct access, even though my controller has only 9 buttons. With my toolbox, I can get direct channel select very instantaneously, so that I can go through and select advanced features or even channel favorites without having to pull up a clumsy remote, and I never take my eyes off the television. Volume control is done simply with the wand, just by rolling, and you'll notice the volume meter down at the bottom. So I'm always given a visual identification of where I'm at. And I do all of my system setup from this interface as well. Notice if I go over and you'll see my name start to pulse, I can select there and I'm presented with my user menu. And I have the option to either turn the zone off, log out, or system setup. So an installer doesn't need to go through a complex programming routine. They simply come in, and the first time you hook the system up, it walks you through these steps in a guided format. I name all of the things on the system, then I go into my outputs and set up my amplification and my TVs, and then I go into my source definition and set up all of my inputs, and finally into my accessories, which are all of my IR inputs and RF access points. By the time I'm done there, the only thing left to do is set up my user settings, my favorite EQ, and that's all done on a per person basis so that when you log in, you get exactly what's meant for you.